Overcoming Objections video part 2. Again, my name is Mindy Lawhorne, and I come to you talking about the objections that you will get when talking to people about Beachbody products and about what we do. So as I said in the first video, which by the way, if you haven't watched the first one, please watch the first one, is that many times people say no just so you'll leave them alone. I mean, let's think about it. You've done it. Think about the person that calls, the telemarketer, the person that comes to the door selling candles that they've made from home and it's for some strange fun. What do you say? Oh, no, thank you. I don't have any cash. Or I can't. Or you don't answer the phone. I mean, it's human nature to want to not be bothered, but everybody wants the same things. Everybody wants to be better, feel better, have significance. They want to accomplish. We want to have that vision of ourselves that we think would be a great vision of us, whether that's a size or in a certain place of life, maybe debt-free, maybe have more peace, whatever it is. We all want those same things, but in order to get them, you have to do the really difficult things, which isn't watching 4 hours of TV a day, which the average American does, which isn't cooking most of their meals in the microwave, which the average American does, or they go out to eat. And that could be a drive-through, or that can be a sit-down restaurant, but that's wasted money, it's wasted time, and the things they're eating, more than likely, are not things that are going to help their lives, not things that are going to help them feel better and become more of the person they want to be. They just don't want to be bothered, but yet they have these wants and desires. And by the way, we'll never fulfill our purpose functioning at the lowest level, which is the easiest way. And our world is very big on what's easy. This saves me time. This is more efficient. This is easy. Well, I don't want the easy button, because the easy button gets me 65 pounds overweight again, in debt, and realizing I'm nowhere near the person I should be. So knowing that, put that on every face of every person you talk to about this business. You need to validate their response without making them feel bad, but at the same time, in your heart, remember, like, you know better. And what I mean by that is, think of the things that your kids say that you're sometimes like, oh, honey, that's so cute, but you know better. You know what I mean? So you know better in the sense of we all want the same things. Everybody wants to achieve. Everybody wants to be fitter, thinner, and feel better. Why? Not necessarily to be thinner, but because you function better. You're not as tired. You're not as grouchy. You can actually chase your kids down the street rather than like, oh, there you go. You know, like you want to stand and be active more than you want to sit on your butt. I said butt. Sorry. So we've got to validate people's feelings and objections without letting them off the hook. And it's done a little something like this. First of all, you're going to get, especially with Shakeology, a lot of the programs too, but a few of the very same objections. It's too expensive. I don't like how it tastes. I like to eat my food. Those are the three. Oh, and I don't have time. Now, not necessarily about Shakeology, but about the business. But here's a couple of things you say. Let's just go through it real fast. So if someone says to you, oh, that sounds like a great idea, that's for you. You know, I just don't have the time. And even though I just want to go, slap, 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 wake up, I say, oh, I know, I agree. I felt the same way in the beginning, but a couple of things occurred to me. Everyone has 24 hours in the day. I don't have more time than you do. First slap. And you don't really slap them, but you're saying, wake up. Number two, I felt the same way you did in the beginning. I thought I didn't have enough time, but you know, you have one child and a husband. I have 2 kids, you know, and a husband, and we do baseball, t-ball, drum. We do stuff at our church. We do something, and so I understand that feeling. But knowing that I don't really need to watch that much TV every night, or knowing that there are ways I can cook my food in advance. You know, I can wake up a little earlier and do my workout. I can wake up early and do my prayer time, you know, instead of maybe saying, I don't have to go do this. That I understand that feeling, but I do know that I get it done, you know, every day, and I'm happy to show you how. So that's with love, and that's being nice, but you're telling them, I'm not going to let you off the hook, because that's a lie. It's a bunch of crap. I said crap. Oh my gosh, twice. That it's not, oh, hi, Melvin. That everyone has the same amount of time. Now, when they say it's too expensive, I don't have enough money. You go, I felt the same way in the beginning too, but what I realized is that you get what you pay for. This is a very high quality product. Let's talk about Shakeology, for instance. It's a very high quality product, but it equals about $4-ish a day. And I realized I wanted to try it. So I say, you know, I encourage you, is there something that you could maybe not do that you spend $4 a day on? Do you go to Sonic? Now here in the South, Sonic is a place, man. If you want to go to happy hour and have some fun, you go to Sonic. Like seriously, after school, there's like this 2-hour happy hour window. That place is packed. Can I get an amen for someone? You could not even pull in there because everybody has to get their Route 44 Coke this big. I'm pretty sure they probably spend more than $4. And what are they doing? Nothing. That's junk in your system. That's time you don't need to spend with your car going, or, you know what I mean? It's like every once in a while, fine. But most days, what about Starbucks? What about going through the drive-thru in the afternoon just because you're a little bit hungry? I mean, there are ways to find $4. But here's what's funny. With human nature, people are like, oh, I don't have that. But you know for a fact that they just bought a $150 bag or shoes or outfit. And what is that bag? What are those shoes? And what is that outfit going to do for them? It's like that, oh, I bought something, yay. Oh, I bought something. I'm going to throw out the rest of my stuff. So you have to lovingly say, I understand, and I felt the same way, but I want to encourage you. This is a great option. This can start to change things for you, not only with how you feel, but maybe how you react to your family, maybe in your relationships. I mean, seriously, y'all, there's reasons we're grouchy. We're not grouchy just because we're grouchy. We didn't get enough sleep. We didn't eat right, more than likely. You've got too much pressure. You've got too much stress. Well, everything kind of flows into the other. And if you'll back it up a couple notches, you're like, oh, I didn't get up early. I didn't finish what I was supposed to do. Now I'm mad. Well, if we will place the right scheduling within our day, you don't feel the same way. So even though you're talking to them about Shakeology, there's a lot more you could talk to them about because we all have the same amount of time every day. We all have stressors. We all have, you know, things that we're scheduled for. But you will make what's most important to you happen. So you kind of got to figure out what's important to them and then kind of say it again to them and say, look, I care for you and I get it. I felt the same way, but here it is. So that's this part of overcoming objections. I'll do one more part and then I'll stop.